Hey friends, and welcome to this video titled Should Christians Count Calories? In this video, I'm first going to talk about the process of counting calories, whether I advise that you should count calories, why and why not, and then I will link it into a scripture which is in Romans 7 and verse 15. Okay, we're going to keep it short and snappy here today. So, should Christians count calories? The first thing I want to mention is the process of counting calories involves finding out the energy content of the foods and the drinks that you're having in a day. And the idea is that people are trying to lose weight by creating an energy deficit, meaning that they should try to burn more calories than they are consuming because this can lead to weight loss. You burn calories just by being alive, but especially when you exercise, you're creating a situation where you are using up energy. When you're blinking, when you're walking, when you're doing day-to-day activities, you're burning calories, and the food that you're consuming is what contains calories as well to kind of give you the energy that you need to be. Okay, so 3 things that I really want to mention about counting calories, and I'm just going to break it now. I don't recommend it for long periods of time. And the reason number 1 is that when people focus on counting calories, they often completely forget about anything else and just count the calories. And the problem with this is that different foods have different quality of their nutritional components. So what I mean by this is that sometimes I see online, or when I speak to patients or clients, their experience in counting calories is, for example, somebody's diet might be like in the morning, they'll have 2 slices of white bread with toast. And then at lunchtime, they would have some chicken and chips from a takeaway shop and some sort of deep fried foods. And then in the evening, they might have 1 slice of pizza because they don't want to have the whole pizza and exceed their dietary calories for that day. And they might have some of those low calorie crisps that aren't fried, but they're baked. And they say, I'm at, this target. And, if they kept up with that, they will likely to lose weight. But the problem with that is forgetting about what makes a healthy, balanced diet. And if your diet is filled with kind of high energy density foods with low nutritional value most of the week, then this can make people to be tired. It doesn't protect your heart from disease. It won't have the qualities of what being a healthy weight can also be attributed to. So, for example, if you are having lots of fiber, you're looking after your colon, you're reducing the risk of cancers. If you are drinking lots of water, you're keeping hydrated, you're giving your body what it needs. So that's reason number 1. People forget about the nutritional quality of their diet. And then number 2 is not all calories are absorbed in the same way. So you might read a packet of, let's say, cake, and it says 1 cake is 300 calories. And imagine you had some tangerines, and when you read the packet, it said if you had 6 tangerines, this would be 300 calories. And you thought, I'd rather go for the cake. I'm going to have the cake. It's still 300 calories. There's no difference. But the truth in the matter is your body doesn't absorb all calories the same. So it might say 300 calories on the oranges, but your body, it takes more work to digest those oranges, which means actually, as an estimate, maybe you're only having, let's say, from the overall process, maybe 150 calories. So even though you saw 300 calories on the packet, this does not take into account the thermic effect of food. Whereas something like cake, which would be made with white flour, is readily absorbable. It doesn't take much work for the body to break it down. White flour has a quick release into the bloodstream, and so you're likely to have all of those 300 calories. So I hope that makes sense. And then tip number 3 is that if you are just counting calories and you're just trying to keep in with how many calories you're eating, this becomes hard and difficult to keep up in the long run. You know, there are some statistics that say that around 2/3 of Britons are on a diet most of the time. And you know, this mindset of counting calories, it's not really a natural process to keep up with on a long-term basis. I think one caveat I will say is that counting calories increases your awareness of different foods and how many of foods that you can have more in abundance, such as vegetables. You can think of it as kind of training wheels, you know, like when a child is young and they're learning to ride a bicycle and they've got extra wheels at the side. You know, the father or the mother training them how to ride the bicycle doesn't want those extra wheels on them for the rest of their life. No, it's just for a season until they get a bit confident, they understand some things, understand about balance. And after that, you know, the training wheels come off and they enjoy riding a bicycle like an adult or an older child. Okay, now let's talk about the Christian aspect of counting calories. So I'm going to bring up Romans 7:15 and I'm going to read from the New King James Version. Okay, so it says, "For what I am doing, I do not understand. For what I will to do, that I do not practice. But what I hate, that I do." In this portion of scripture, Apostle Paul is talking about the flesh, is talking about the law, and is talking about Jesus Christ in essence. And the thing with counting calories, it can become a sort of law that you need to abide. And you know what happens when you try to abide a law? As generations, as you can see around the world, all of these sorts of things, when you try to be so restrictive of yourself, you end up doing the opposite. And because nobody could keep up with the demands and the commands of the law, that's why Jesus Christ had to do it on our behalf. So friends, if you are counting calories, first of all, do not see it as a law. Find a different way to kind of enjoy your weight management journey, because you know what? If you're going to do it the right way, which is the way to be sustainable, thinking about, not just what I want for myself in the next 3 months, but how I want to be in 5 years' time, this is going to be a journey that takes time. So I would encourage you to be gracious to yourself, take it easy, and if you want to count things, don't just think about the energy, think about grams of protein, think about grams of fiber, think about portions of vegetables. These are some other great things that you can kind of think about so that, your journey of losing weight can be that much more holistic. I hope that was useful, and I look forward to maybe making another video similar to this sometime soon. All right, take care. Bye.